Hear you. Our County Board of Commissioners are now in session.
All right, folks, we're going to stand for the pledge. We have a Cub Scout troop number 3508 is going to lead us in the pledge today, and they are coming up right now. You guys are ready. Start us with the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Dennis. We'll have our prayer done. Then you've got some questions after we're done.
Everybody please stand for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you once again for the opportunity to come forward before you this evening, and that you be with us in the decisions that we make, that you guide us and you direct us and that you lead us. We just ask for a blessing for the people in Howard County that were hit by the storms this past weekend. We just ask a special blessing that you watch over, help them, and help them rebuild. We know that we were blessed and that you was looking over us, Lord, because if you saw the devastation and the other parts of the state where people were injured, we ask for that you be with them, that you help them, that you watch over everybody in this great state that we live in. We ask that you watch and help all the leaders of our country. We ask for help and guidance with them. We just ask that you continue to bless us and lead us and help us as we move forward. And it's your sons that we name that we pray. Amen.
Yeah, our scouts have a few questions for us, I guess. He kind of fooled me, but I thought they were Boy Scouts, but because I told him I was a Cub Scout 50 years ago, they were blue. So, over 50. I said over 50. But he said they had a choice, I guess, at this age. So Jeremy's gonna fix you up.
Well, if the batteries died in the Hodam.
Thanks for the pledge, gentlemen. You guys did a nice
Good
job.
That was a tough crowd. Tough crowd.
It's gotta be that one, or I can take the batteries out of that guy.
He can fix computers all day long, can't get the batteries out of the Sorry, Jeremy. You do the same for me, I know.
In the meantime, we appreciate you guys coming tonight.
There we go.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Got her now. Thanks, Jeremy.
Well, we're going to say thank you to having us. My name is Daniel Carbaugh. I am one of the den leaders for Cub Scout Pack 3508, which is chartered out of St. Joan of Arc Catholic Church here in town. This is Spencer and Jeffrey. They're both fifth graders here in town and at different respective schools here. And we're currently working on our badge called Building a Better World. This has a lot to do with community service related to things like learning flag protocol, doing a flag ceremony, learning about the rule of law. But we're doing requirement 4, which says meet with a government or community leader and talk to them about his or her role in the community and some important issues. So they're going to ask you a few questions and let you guys answer them. Promise them not to be too hard, but this will be fun for you guys as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeffrey and Spencer and let them ask the questions here.
Great.
What is the most important responsibility of your job?
That's part of our job. We have to, main thing the commissioners do is we approve contracts. And every contract that comes through the county, we look at and approve and sign or disapprove, however it goes. We help with the budgets, help in the council. The council is in charge of the money and we're in charge of that. We help them with that. You guys, anything you go ahead and add?
Yeah, there's 85,000 people that live in Howard County. That's a lot of people. And we as commissioners are responsible to represent all 85,000. Okay? So, and as Commissioner Bray was saying, that we kind of oversee the administrative function of the entire county. And, you know, the county is a pretty big county. So that's a lot to do. That's why it takes 3 of us.
Just be responsible to the citizens of Howard County, kind of what they're saying, and be what they call a good steward of the money for Howard County. And when it comes to decisions, trying to do what's best for the Howard County taxpayers and for those folks, and just being what they call a good steward. That might be a good thing for you to look up tonight, what that means.
What background or education prepare you for this job?
Well, let's think. I was in county government prior to this. I was the county coroner. I'll tell you how I ended up in this position. I was a county coroner for 8 years, and the commissioners helped me out immensely while I was in the coroner position. If I needed something, I went to the commissioners. They helped me out with it. So I thought, you know, when the coroner has a 2-term limit and you can't run anymore, so then I decided I'm going to run for commissioner. So I thought those guys helped me out a lot, and that's how I got into it. My background. I've got a background, I'm a retired firefighter from Kokomo. I've been in EMT for 44 years, but that's not really got nothing to do with this. It just helps you understand like the emergency medical services part of the county. But the background, everybody has a different unique background. These guys both do, I'll let them tell you.
That's what makes us unique, is we all have different backgrounds, and we all bring a different perspective to the job. I have a college degree. I have a bachelor degree in human services. I spent about 15 years in human resources, dealing with employees and benefits and everything else, which is another important function that we do. So I bring that perspective to it as well. So, and that's what's helped me out. I was involved in mental health prior to that. I worked with people, and here you work a lot with people, and so bringing all that together is, I think, well prepared me to be a commissioner.
I worked in county government for 31 years. I have a bachelor's degree in education. I was supposed to be a school teacher and never taught. Ran the Kinsey Youth Center out here for several years. I'm not sure that you could ever be trained to be in public service. I was on my town board in Richardville for 22 years. That's kind of somewhat similar to this. It's just much smaller scale than what you're doing here. But you learn every day in this job, and it's a lot of different things that you might not expect. I've been going to commissioners meetings for 25 years, and I've been going to county council meetings for 25 years. But I never had went to a drainage board meeting before, and that's something you got to learn. Drainage board, stormwater, a lot of different things that come into play. So it's a learning experience. I consider every day you learn something new.
Why did you want to be a government leader?
Yeah, well, I think I told you when I became, because of my job as commissioner or coroner, that as commissioners helped me out so much that I wanted to be what they did and help other people.
My entire working career, I've worked to help people to try and do the best I could. And I've always worked since I was about your age. I've always done something. So even after I retired from those previous jobs, I didn't want to stop. So I wanted to continue to work and to serve, and that's why I wanted to be a county commissioner.
After 4 months, I ask myself that every day. Why did you? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
We ask that too.
I've said this story before, and this is the truth. my kids live in this community, my grandkids live in this community, and I believe that most of them will live here the rest of their lives. I'll live here the rest of my life. So we want to try to make this a great place to live and work and live. That's the only reason that I've done this, is because I'm going to live here, my kids are going to live here, and people that I care about live here, and we want to make it a great place to work and live.
How can civilians help you be more effective? Citizens.
Citizens? We have, we've got a phone line, or we have everybody, our cell phones are listed on the website, the county website, and most everybody has them. If they have a question, they can always call us. They can discuss things. There's public comment at the end of these meetings that people get to get up and say public comments. And they voice their opinions and let us know. We do the best we can to serve everybody. You can't make everybody happy. I figured that out. I've tried before, and you just can't do it. So.
These meetings are certainly a good place. People come up to the podium just like you're standing up now, and they say things to us, tell us things. I have a Facebook page. People get on there and share information with me. I try to share information with the public that way as well. Emails, phone calls. We try to be pretty available to the general public.
Doing what you guys are doing, coming to the meetings and learning and finding out what's going on in your community and staying involved. That's the best way you can help.
The last one.
What is the biggest challenge facing our community?
Biggest challenge, I'm hard hearing a little bit.
Yeah, one more time.
What is your biggest challenge facing our community?
Our community today? Oh,
That's a great question.
that's a good one. That's a really good question. Where did that go first while I think about it?
Because there's multiple challenges facing our community. One of the challenges is our young people. Our young people having things to do. As you know, drugs is a big issue in our community. And getting our young people involved, seeing you guys involved in Cub Scouts is a wonderful thing. Seeing you guys coming up here, getting involved in local government. So that's a big challenge for our community. When we see our young people having issues with drugs, that's very concerning, very concerning. It's not just young people, it's teenagers, it's young adults, it's older adults. So for me, that's a scary situation. Our mental health system here locally is a big challenge for our community. We see crime, is a challenge for our community. We have great law enforcement officers here. We have great people working on the issue, but it's still an issue. So those are what I see as challenges for our community.
I couldn't have said that any better after you said it. I'm like, exactly, our drug problem, our alcohol problem, keeping kids engaged, which, like you said, Cub Scouts, perfect. That was, some of the stuff that happens today with kids, I would never dreamed when I was your age, it would be happening. So yeah, you guys keep involved in Cub Scouts, keep involved in your community, and stay out of trouble, and you'll do well.
Just reiterating what these guys said, public safety and keeping everyone in the county safe, whether it's policing or whether it's fires, ambulance, whatever it might be. Public safety is should be the top priority of anybody in these positions. So I just want to thank you guys for coming in here and doing this and asking the questions and leading us in the pledge. And you guys did a very nice job, and you did more today than some people do in a lifetime, getting in front and speaking in front of people. So good job. Good job.
You are our future leaders.
Yep.
You are the future that's going to be setting up here doing this. And so keeping you guys involved, and we're proud of what you're doing. We're proud of your leaders, for taking the time and running the Cub Scout meetings and keeping you guys involved. Like I said, you're the guys that's going to be setting us here in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time here today.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
gentlemen.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Good evening. All right, we, any special announcements, recognitions other than what we just had? No, good job. Nothing? Entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those are approved. Signatures here. Departmental reports, we have Howard County Auditor Jessica Secreets, tax sale service support addendum.
This is just a change from, SRI has made a change to their agreement. It went from $100 to $125, and it's for the homeowner to pay that's listed on the certified tax sale. This isn't a cost to the county at all. This is strictly the ones on the certified list. So if you guys want to take a look at that, Alan has looked at it.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the tax sale service support addendum as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is second to approve, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That is approved. Thank you, Jessica. Anything else?
Nope.
No, all right. Moving on, Planning Commission, Mr. Sheeline. So he has two things, it looks like.
Good afternoon. I have two cases before you. The first is 2023-BCCO-12. This is a rezoning from 3219 West Judson Road from IS to rural residential. This is currently a church that has been purchased, and the couple would like to turn it into a single-family home. Therefore, the need to rezone it to rural residential. And there was no remonstrance at the Plan Commission meeting for this case.
Make a motion that we accept 2023 BCCO 12, the rezone.
Second.
A motion and second to approve BCCO 12, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved. Next, sir.
Yeah, the next is 2023 BCCO-13. Again, this is a rezone at 950 West 75 South, and this is from Park and Recreation to institutional use. The church has purchased this property, and it's actually being used as it's being used right now by the church, and they want to continue that and possibly expand on it down the road. And in full disclosure, there was a lady present who owns some property around the church who was concerned about some of the permitted uses and special exception uses that could be used in an institutional zone. However, after looking at most of those, my personal opinion is most of those uses, it would be too far out for those uses to become available in the future. But she was a little concerned about some of those. The reason we suggested that the church rezones to institutional is because, as I just previously said, their goal is to expand upon this church camp, and they want to make multiple buildings there. And they can't do that in Park and Recreation, but you can put multiple buildings in an IS zone. So that's why we asked them to rezone to that zone.
Greg, at the planning commission, there was quite a bit of discussion about that. Have you heard anything else from the lady?
I have not. I've not heard from her since that evening. I have not.
Okay.
In your disclosure, in fairness, I was concerned about it at the planning commission meeting, going from a park zoning. But I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve ordinance 2023 BCCO-13.
I'll second it.
Motion second to approve BCCO 13, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. signatures here and get these to you. I got it, so
I'll get it.
Yep. All right, moving on, let's see, any new business? New business, claims reports, salary claims.
I have two salary claims. The first one is $985,580.67. And the other one is $3,118.75.
Move to approve the salary claims as presented.
You have a second, salary claims. Motion is second to approve, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. On to payroll expense, please.
$990,290.83.
I move to approve the payroll expense as presented.
Motion is second to approve the payroll expense, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. Operating claims.
$2,232,284.23.
I move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the operating claims, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved also. Any claims to ratify?
None.
How about monthly reports to receive?
None.
None. Grants to look at?
None.
All right. I guess moving on, county attorney,
There's nothing today.
Alan. All right, thank you. Commissioner issues, Commissioner Dodd,
Have none.
Commissioner Lansky.
Was we able to get any demolition on that property on,
We haven't done anything
Stevens.
further since, yeah, Stevens property, not yet.
Okay.
Still working on that.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Alan, you're still gonna give us that update on that, estimate, right?
Yes.
That's all I had.
That's all you got? Moving to public comment.
Stan Oiler, 1877 North Leavenworth East. Question for you guys, or maybe Jessica knows, how much of the ARPA funds are left from what we received?
You say how much is left?
Yeah, left.
Well, that's kind of a open-ended question because some of the funds are spent. Some of the funds are, well, all the funds are allocated, but not necessarily spent.
Can we get an updated list?
There's a report online, which actually we will be submitting it for the quarter before April 20th.
I know I'd asked
So-
last year about it, and Paul said there was possibly $2 to $3 million that was left in the fund, but
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
never heard of
sure.
it.
So see, your question, if you say left, I guess it's just kind of an open-ended, like I said. Many of the funds are spent, but many of the funds are just allocated but not necessarily spent. You actually have until 2026 to actually spend them. But the commissioners, early on, we came through and allocated funds for many different projects. So they're allocated, they're promised, I guess is a good word, legally promised to be separate projects.
Okay.
Anything else? Any other public comment? Hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion?
Motion to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.